I'd like to give you a personalized tarot reading right now. So if you are looking for a message from Gus, let's do a breathing exercise so that we can close our minds out to what's going on in the outside world and we can pay attention to what Gus wants to tell us right now. So let's breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so now we want to ask Gus our question. Now we want to be a little bit more active with our questions. So we want to ask how or what questions. When we ask Gus when questions, we're basically just giving him a lot of them, they, Gus, a lot of give me energy. When can I make more money? When can I get a relationship? When will I get this? It's just more of give me, give me, give me. So instead, we want to work with Gus and ask him, what can I do to achieve more money? What do I need to pay attention to in my relationship? How can I make more money? What is my next step with whatever? How can I be more comfortable with my health? What do I need to do to make myself more healthy? That kind of stuff. If you are wanting to put your question down in the comments, you are more than welcome to. And if you do need a little bit of extra help, let me know, so I can help you decode what Gus's message is for you today. So with that being said, let me finish my shuffling here, and then we'll do the cards. This is going to be interesting. All right, so we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Now, the Four of Wands is, I like to think of it more as a celebration. I like to think of it more as a big celebration that you have planned, a wedding, a graduation, a birthday party, some sort of event. It could be even a celestial event. With the Four of Wands being in reverse, you've got blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So there might not be anything to celebrate, or you might not feel like there's anything to celebrate. It does kind of feel a bit like you might need to celebrate yourself more, kind of a thing. Now, this is the TV series Tarot Deck, and if you don't know what show this is, I'm thinking it's Glee. But pick your, that's my opinion. Now, the next card that we have here is interesting. Yeah, okay. The Four of Swords currently, not Four of Swords currently, the Four of Swords upright. Now, the Four of Swords is usually about a mental rest. It is usually if you look here, strategically, or not strategically, but, it's shown that, this person is asleep, and he's got these four swords up here, or three swords, and then he's got one sword next to his coffin to where he can use in the afterlife to protect himself. There's a rest going on here. There's a change of going on, of taking a pause from life. This card is represented by 6 feet under. So there's a, when someone passes and they go away, there is a pause in life. People actually have, at least the close ones, have a week where they have to, get the wedding get the funeral prepared, and they're just kind of dealing with all those ins and outs of what to do with the body and everything, all that kind of stuff. But and there's a little bit of a pause for when other people want to show up, but it doesn't last as long for them. It's more, the family is more concerned for a longer pause. So there's a pause there. I'm going to go back to the four for a hot second. The Four of Wands. Fours are associated with the element of fire. Fire is associated with our passions, our aspirations, and our creative energies. Now, when we look at the Four of Swords, we've got the element of air, which is associated with our thoughts and our communication. So in putting these cards together, I'm getting that you might need to focus a little bit more on giving yourself a personal celebration with whatever card that you've asked. You don't need to make it a big, grand ado or to-do thing, but you might need to take a little bit of a mental rest, a mental check, to see how far you've come. to see what you can celebrate, to really go, like, look more inward. And even if you want to go out and celebrate yourself, take yourself to dinner, buy yourself an ice cream, buy yourself one toy to say, hey, I did this. And you don't need to make it a big grand gesture, just make it between you and yourself. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with this. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further actually into the four. With the Four of Wands, I wonder if you can do something with singing. Something with singing, something with performing. I don't know exactly how that you would do that internally. Maybe it's just practicing something in your living room and not posting it. Maybe it is just feeling your throat as you're singing and just trying to figure out what it feels like what your throat is doing as you are trying to sing. Something of that, I don't know. That's just kind of what's coming to mind right now. I'm going to leave it there, so please let me know what you got in the comments. I would love to actually hear what you guys actually got from your reading and from the question that you asked. Now, if you are one of those people who likes to give energy back to your tarot reader, I have 6 ways as to how you can do that and give energy back to me. One would be follow, like, repost, comment, and favorite, and then the last one would be to give me $5 if you'd like to do so. With that being said, let's move on and let's close out the reading. Let's close out with Gus's messages and do that breathing exercise so that we can go back into our real lives. So let's breathe in. And breathe out. Thank you very much for spending your morning with me.